Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Thursday, February 29th, 2024. Stand up for your country on this leap day. So there's an interesting tradition behind the leap year, which we'll tell you about in the final thought. If you want to hang tough for that, I hope you do. So it's another busy news day. We've got primarily three major stories all week working. From now on until November, the vote, it's all going to be about power in America. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Trump or it's going to be the Democrats. I don't say Biden because I still think that he's going to get the rail, but, you know, that's a speculation. Once again, though, the border is now emerging as the primary issue in the campaign, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So we've got both President Biden and former President Trump down on the border today. Brownsville, Texas is where Biden is. He's meeting with Customs and, you know, all of that. He's going to have a 4:30 in the afternoon briefing. He'll blame the Republicans for not signing the immigration bill, which we've gone over 1,000 times. It wouldn't solve the problem, so why sign it? I wouldn't. And, you know, I'm looking for solutions down on that border. But that's what Biden is likely to do. Now, Trump, I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, he's going to slam Biden. We know that. He's going to be on with Hannity tonight on Fox News. I don't expect anything from either man to advance the situation. We pretty much know that Trump was a border hawk and that Biden opened the border inexplicably. I mean, the very essential question is, why'd you do that? He's never answered it. I don't even know how many times it's been asked. Why'd you do that? My first question, if I interviewed Biden, what was that? Why? You think he's got an answer? He doesn't. So we came up with some interesting stats. So under Biden, 3 years plus, there have been 7.3 million encounters between foreign nationals and border agents in the South. 7.3 million. That does not count the people who got away completely. So I'm putting it at 10. I'm putting the number at 10 since Biden has been in. Under Trump, that was 2.1 encounters. So that's a startling difference. And that's what I run on if I'm Trump right there. I go, look, when I got in to office, this border thing got worse. And then we had COVID and all this, but I fixed it my last year, which he did with Remain in Mexico. Keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. And then go into the consequences of Biden's actions. What did Biden got to do? I mean, I was on Cuomo last night on News Nation. We are on there Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock, and we're with Leland Vittert, ex-Fox News guy, on Monday at 7. And here's what I said to Cuomo. Go. And the people who really are smart running the Democratic Party know it. They're becoming more and more desperate. They can't justify sanctuary cities any longer, as you pointed out. And that was good reporting, Cuomo, by the way. And so they got to throw Joe Biden down to the border tomorrow, a place he doesn't want to be. What is he going to do down there? Right. Go, I'm sorry I screwed up for 3 years? What is he possibly going to say? Yeah, what he's going to say is Republicans' fault, Trump's fault, whatever. Absurd. It's absurd. But that's the game. You know, they both political parties, both of them, count on dumb Americans to vote for them. That's a true statement. They just throw out all propaganda all the time and hope that the dumb people who know nothing will go, oh, yeah, that's right. All the Republicans want to ban abortion. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's Trump's fault at the border. Oh, no, inflation isn't bad. No, that's right. You know, that's what they hope. Just convince the people who don't know anything and we can win. And both do it, but the Democrats do it more at this point in history anyway. Okay. I didn't get a lot of pushback from Cuomo on that, by the way, so you know. He likes the Senate border bill. I don't. And that's a disagreement. It's all it's legitimate disagreement. He thinks it's going to help, and I don't. I'm right, but what are you going to do? So anyway, Biden is desperate. The Democratic Party is desperate. They know that the American people have now turned away from President Biden. And part of it's his age, part of it's his incompetence, part of it's their circumstance, and we're paying so much more for food and insurance premiums. Those are really killers. So there really isn't any enthusiasm for Biden at all. The Democrats know he can't debate, can't put him up for a debate. All right. They know that any day he could say anything insane. He could fall down. He could die. I mean, that's where Joe Biden is in his station of life. So they're desperate. And that's why he is down there. Last thing, just the border encounters alone under Biden cost the United States taxpayer $150 billion a year. $500 billion so far anyway. Just to supervise all of this madness that Biden himself caused. Now, I know that voters and everybody, it's not real to them, but it will be. It will be. It's coming. That's a memo. Okay, so Joe Biden's son, Hunter, testified for 7 hours in front of the House Oversight Committee, the House Judiciary Committee. We have 3 things that he said. But first of all, I wrote a message of the day, and everybody can access that every morning. You don't have to be a member of anything. And on the message of the day, I made fun of Joe Biden saying he didn't know anything about his son's circumstance, business circumstance. It's impossible. It's impossible that your son and your brother would be amassing tens of millions of dollars and you don't know anything about it. It's inconceivable. I got kids. Most of you have kids, grandkids. You know, okay? And I'm like, oh, no, I didn't know. So you want to believe it, go ahead. But it's a funny column, a funny message of the day, and it's there. So the 3 things that we took out of this were that Hunter Biden explains that his father really wasn't with him when he threatened the Chinese CEFC guy. That's a Chinese energy company. You better send me a lot of money because my father's here and he'll get you, or whatever it was. And his father wasn't there. And Hunter says he might have been drunk or high at the time that he put that on a WhatsApp message. Yeah, you probably were, because you were drunk or high all the time. And now he's embarrassed that he sent the message, but his father definitely wasn't there. Who knows? Okay, who knows whether he was there or not. Then in the 5th grade, we all blamed someone else when we got into trouble because they did something worse. Well, Hunter Biden is emotionally in the 5th grade. So he goes Jared Kushner. That is Donald Trump's son-in-law, married to Ivanka Trump. So Kushner has a investment firm, and he's had it for a long, long time. So you give Jared Kushner money in the American investment firm, not a creative name, and Jared Kushner and his people invest your money for you. And you get a monthly statement. So the Saudis gave Jared Kushner, who they like, because Kushner's been nice to the Saudis, $2 billion to invest. It's a pretty big deposit. But there's nothing illegal about that. There's nothing untoward about it, right? Jared Kushner has had an investment firm for years. Now, I don't want to be in a position of being Jared Kushner's defender or the Trump family's defender. That's not my job here. But it was so absurd that Hunter Biden, oh, look at me, you're after me. What about Jared Kushner? Well, what about him? He's running an investment firm. The Saudis like him. They gave him $2 billion. That's not illegal. Now, did he trade on his father's in-law's name? Maybe. But it's different from what you did because you didn't provide any services for these people at all. What'd you do? Nobody knows. You don't know. You were stoned or drunk. Okay. And the third one, was that, let's see, and this is key, that his father didn't do anything, didn't know anything, never discussed it, okay. People believe what they want to believe. You want to believe that? Go ahead. Now, James Comer, the House Oversight Committee chair, wants it to be public now. He wants to bring Hunter Biden back to publicly ask him questions so they can match up what he said in his deposition privately. But Abby Lowell, Biden's attorney, said, we don't think so. So they probably have to subpoena him all over again. We don't know whether that's going to work or anything like that. By now, you have heard me talk about Delta Rescue. They are a fantastic organization that helps rescue animals from the wilderness. You know, I'm a dog lover, so is Leo Grillo, the founder of Delta Rescue. It is his life's mission to provide everlasting care for these once abandoned animals. I myself have donated to Delta Rescue. Do you believe it is part of man's duty to care for dogs and horses, the animals that so much of our history is tied to? If so, please consider making a donation or consult your advisor about leaving a gift in your will or trust. There can be some tax advantages, and it's a great way to help Delta Rescue accomplish their mission. So please visit deltarescue.org to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. Let's go to the mail. Tom Spurlock, Yorba Linda, California. Bill, I disagree with your analysis. Biden and his puppeteers care greatly about the migrants coming to the U.S. This assures the Democratic vote domination in the years to come, as illegal immigrants will vote Democrat. Okay, so you're disagreeing when I say President Biden does not care about controlling the open border. You know that's true, Tom. He doesn't care about controlling it. That was what I said. He doesn't care. Laken Riley, he doesn't care. It's 100% correct, what I said. Okay? So you can't disagree with that. Your continuum is there's a reason that the open border, and that's down the road votes. Yeah, it's logical, but you can't prove it. Brian Bonnell, Beaver Creek, Ohio. It doesn't make sense that Biden's old and feeble, and you can't be prosecuted for the documents, but he's still okay to run the country. Of course it doesn't make it. It's all politics. Look, they could have indicted Biden on the document thing, just like they could have indicted Hillary Clinton on the personal email thing. They didn't want to do it. That's it. Mark Hafner, Westlake Village, California. Federal law trumps state law. How do states pass laws that conflict with federal law? Well, you could pass anything you want. For example, Oregon passes a law that says hard drugs possession is okay. Now they're trying to rescind the law because it's caused so much damage to the state. But they passed it. If you are a DEA agent in Portland, Oregon, and you're making a case on heroin, the state of Oregon can't stop you. You can arrest those people and cart them off and indict them in federal court. And the state can't do anything about it. That's the power of federal law over state law. Carl Jamit, Wallingford, Vermont. Bill, you rightly hold Biden accountable for the death of Laken Riley. Doesn't Mitch McConnell also have blood on his hands for rejecting Kate's law several years ago? That would have saved Laken's life. No, it wouldn't have. Because the guy who killed Laken Riley wasn't deported and came back. He just waltzed on in. Nobody stopped him. They let him go unsupervised. Kate's law would have said, you're deported. You're a foreign national and deported. You come back, 5 years minimum. First offense, 10 years second offense. Now, is there blood on McConnell's hands for killing that bill? You could make a case for it. You could. Absolutely. Because her deportations, it's a joke now. It is a joke. Thank you, Mitch. See you later. And a lot of people wrote to me about, well, he did good in the Supreme Court, and he did this, he did, okay. But I don't believe he was looking out for you or me. I don't believe that for 1 second. It's all about power with him. Carol Concierge, remember, Mitch McConnell's legacy will be that he participated in establishing the largest debt in American history. Considering he entered the Senate as a fiscal conservative, shame on him. Go along. Dennis Christ, Walla Walla, Washington. Democrats are talking about abortion this year. I was under the impression the Supreme Court have settled that. No, they didn't settle it. They just kicked it back to the states. So the Democrat propaganda is that all Republicans want to ban abortion. That's what you're going to hear. That's not true. But the states now are in charge of how long a pregnancy is viable. And once it's viable, you can't abort it. You can't abort the fetus. Each state makes its determination. Here in New York, you could kill a fetus right up to birth, 10 minutes before. Nobody's going to do anything to it. California, Illinois, Massachusetts. Gary Allred, Dyke, Virginia. Have you given thought to writing a book chronicling your career in journalism? It would be compelling. Well, thank you, Gary. 50 years next January. I'll be in the journalism business, 50 years. And I'm not counting my stint at Boston U on the Daily Free Press, where I did pretty good journalism. I don't know. If I did write a book like that, I would have to burn a lot of people. I mean, burn them. So I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm thinking about it. Okay, BillO'Reilly.com, shop. Confronting the president's hot. We got about 5,000 advance orders now just on BillO'Reilly.com alone, and I know they have thousands on Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com. Hot book, okay? We do not charge you when you order on BillO'Reilly.com until we ship. September 10th is the pub date. We will get the book to you in August, okay, if you buy from us in an advance situation. Crazy Horse, another good killing book. Killing Crazy Horse, very reasonably priced at $12.95. So if you want some good spring break reading, get the Killing books. Crazy Horse is a really good buy. Word of the day, no vexation. Vexation. No vexation. When writing to me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Name and town if you wish to opine. Back with Leap Day. Debt. You go to bed and wake up thinking about it. Here's the truth. The system traps you in debt. High interest credit cards, loans make it nearly impossible to pay it all off. And insane inflation keeps you stuck paycheck to paycheck. Done with Debt is your lifeline. Done with Debt is a new strategy to help erase your debt faster and easier than you ever thought. Done with Debt analyzes all the debt options you qualify for. They know how to reduce bills, cut interest rates. Their skilled staff of negotiators know how to get debt out of your life without bankruptcy, without a loan. Done with Debt are the experts in brilliant strategies for eliminating debt. Here's how easy they make it. Go to donewithdebt.com. That's donewithdebt.com. Donewithdebt.com. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation supports America's greatest heroes, U.S. service members, and first responders who gave their lives, those catastrophically injured in the line of duty, and homeless vets. The Foundation's Gold Star Fallen First Responder and Homeless Vet programs honor the sacrifices made by men who fought and died for us, and women who risked their lives for our country as well. The Foundation's Never Forget program engages people in 9/11 remembrances across America with more than 80 runs, walks, and dozens of golf outings every year. The Tunnel to Towers 9/11 Institute educates kids from kindergarten through 12th grade about America's darkest day, while helping our nation keep its vow to never forget. So please support Tunnel to Towers. Donate $11 a month. Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. More than 95 cents of every dollar you donate to Tunnel to Towers goes to its programs. That's T, the number 2, another T.org. Okay, so you may know this. I hope you do. 2024 is a leap year. Today is February 29th. We usually only have 28 days in February. So what is this leap thing? When I was a kid, my mother and father would tease each other on the leap years by saying, oh, no, this is the year that women can ask men to marry them in a non-traditional way. And there's something to that. Okay, so here is the story. This is an old Irish legend. Dates back to the 5th century. St. Bridget is said to have negotiated with St. Patrick, and both were living in monasteries, to allow women to propose to men every 4 years in a leap year situation. Nobody knows what St. Patrick said. Okay, did he buy into it? I'm not sure. But that's where it came from. Came from Ireland. Now, leap year in America, that's not a big deal. It comes from the Roman calendar. I don't want to get into the Roman calendar and all of that. Your head will blow off. But, you don't hear a lot of people going about leap year. But if any of you ladies have proposed to men on leap day or in a leap year, let me know. I would be very curious to see if you were part of that tradition. Okay. So thank you very much for watching and listening to the No Spin News. We got a new column on Sunday, probably right about Super Tuesday or maybe Hunter. I don't know. I don't want to be too repetitive on Hunter, but column coming up Sunday morning. And next week is going to be a very, very lively week. Okay? And we want you to have a great weekend. Relax. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.